Hi guys, we're a student documentary crew of four. What started out as an icebreaker conversation between us led to this documentary. Welcome to our English medium understanding of language and its relationships. We set out to figure how your language background impacts the relationships you build. So we found the perfect sample population for this study and ended up here, right where we started. We gathered and documented information about our peers with different language backgrounds and asked them the very first question that you ask anybody that speaks a different language. Hi, can you teach me one silly word in your language?
I'll try. Um, so we have this thing called endokyane, which means what's up in a very exaggerated manner.
This is a good word, okay? This is अरे तू किती बावळट आहेस. So it's like बावळट is stupid, but the way you say it in Marathi, it hits hard.
Also means lazy. So yeah, that's used a lot in our state because we're all lazy. So
called Mandakatta Moodevi. It means a headless deity who's stupid.
There's this exasperation ka term hai. It's called jotto show. It's like just whatever, just
Sindhis are more factionless of words. Like when we do not like something or we just want to express disappointment, all we do is, this.
It's a Peitrat, which means may the thunder fall on you.
Suja Nanachi tongue. Literally, it means your grandfather's leg.
I think in every class there are like 2-3 Marathi people, usually. And it's kind of surprising because no one starts speaking in Marathi.
I found barely three or four people speaking Tamil. It's like until you go and talk to people, and until you're open to people, people are not much interested in talking to you. That's my point of view.
I think max to max 6 or 7 people who speak, and they don't speak proper Marwadi that I speak. Like I can give an interview in Marwadi. That prompt I am.
But yeah, I would love to meet somebody who knows Kannada. But the thing is, Kannada itself has so many dialects that if they're only from Bangalore or Mysore or a few other areas in South Karnataka, only then the same dialect matches.
4 or 5 people from my MBA batch who speak Odia, but it just happens that we're not in the same friend group. So when we meet and we spoke Odia, it was very thrilling because I could see everyone else speaking their own language. And I realized that Odia is very I don't know, something about Odia people not talking in their language for some reason.
Gokul, who's now like my neighbor, and like we're also in the same cell. We've worked on a couple of films together. But this is the first time we met him. We were just talking like, "Hey, I'm from Chennai," and he was like, "He's from Coimbatore." And the first word I said, "Taleva," and he was like, "Maple, neon Tamila," and that's it. Like that's all you needed for the connection.
So Kavya, our third roommate, so we call each other Kutti, bitch. So when she taught me Kuttima, I said, you are Kuttima. I thought Kuttima means dog's mother. But it actually means something else.
It means, like in Tamil, it means baby girl.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So now we have this thing where we call
Each other. Like our group name itself is
Kuttimas.
Kuttimas. So that's it.
A couple of days ago when I had performed in a small event called Sim Carnival on the campus. After that event, one of the friends with whom I have never interacted, she came and she started talking with me in Marathi. I was surprised कि अरे तुला मराठी येतं का? And her friends who were standing there, they clapped and they said something like कि हाँ बन गया अभी नया दोस्त.
All of us, like the rest of my roommates, they all speak Bengali. Whenever I'm around or whenever I'm in the room, they automatically switch to English or Hindi. So they are considerate of that.
So when I discovered that they both are Mallu, so both of them let me know that, because just we are Mallus and Malayalam really connects us, and so please don't feel awkward. Sometimes some tension arises and I kind of get paranoid that why are they talking in Malayalam, but through their body language and through their gestures, they let me know like subtly that it's something that we are talking about. You are excluded from this. And we are gradually warming up to each other. Now they have started to teach me like a little bit.
I know the curse words. I know basic stuff like lighter.
And this thing with Malayalis where like,
oh, you're Malayali, I'm a Malayali. There's this instant connect out of nowhere. It's nice, it's warm.
It was like building confidence. Like seeing new Malayalis built my confidence.
We all of us connect on English only at the end. But it's been so weird because throughout the day you listen to different languages, they speaking to their parents and all, and I can only understand them saying ke, Damini, Damini, and I can hear my name and I'm like, what is she talking about me?
We got to know his Gujarati, so we three gelled up very well, very early. So
And it was not shocking knowing that there are other people in other campuses also who are Gujarati.
yeah,
Because it's like Gujaratis are everywhere. So it was not shocking.
It's a kind of a comfort zone with them.
तू गुजराती छे? I was
I'm
like,
like, this
"हाँ."
surname, is it Gujarati?
And I was like, "हाँ, गुजराती छो." And then we started talking. And trust me, after that, we didn't think twice before talking Gujarati, and it became very organic.
So I was just roaming around with them, and suddenly hear someone just calling me like in a very native Sileti Bengali language, like Didi, Didi, Didi. I'm like, who's calling me Didi in the campus? And I just turn around, and this little kid just comes like, "Are you from Silchar? I'm from Silchar as well." And both of us were like screaming in the hallway for some reason because it's such a good feeling, and it's such a small place where I come from. You do not expect anyone here. So we kind of like always keep on recruiting people. Like, you're from Assam, you're from Northeast, come along. Come. You're our people now.
Bro, my Hindi is full Hyderabadi. People don't understand my Hindi. I'll be like, kya hua, kai ko aaya and all. People don't understand my Hindi. So like it's a little hard for me to talk to in Hindi.
Like my Hindi is mostly textbook Hindi because I've only learned Hindi in school. So yeah, I do get made fun of it sometimes. Again, like few days back, we were trying to get a cab to go to FC Road, and then I couldn't get hold of the cab driver, and he called me back, and I couldn't pick up. And then I called him back, and instead of asking Bhaiya, did you call? I said, Bhaiya, aapne bulaya. Yeah, it was fun.
Talking to a Malayali is like I'm back at home. So that homely feeling is there. Comfortability also increases. So that's there. And I think I need to stop that because I'm getting inside the box again and again. I have to venture out and be outside the box and talk to more and more people. So yeah.
At least South Indians tend to think that people from the north, especially NCR, Hindi heartland, you feel maybe they're a little more aggressive that way, or they happen to be a little more brutish. Let's call it brutish. But yeah, I think a lot of my friends, very good friends, are from North India, and I just maybe enjoy listening to their stories about their lifestyle.
Odias don't speak Odia as often, so it becomes very irritating that other languages as being spoken in front of me that I don't understand. I'm like, yeah, I need some more Odia people.
To be honest, it hasn't affected me much. Okay, I wouldn't say it's a barrier for knowing people. I mean, it's just easier to complain about the mess sambar, which is sweet. And like, you feel like you have a community. Like, sure, I mean, it's alienating in a certain way because you quite can't pick up on small talk. Like I heard that you don't ask kaise ho, you ask badhiya. And the answer to that is also badhiya, which is quite confusing to me.
Like, we are 7 or 8 people in our group, so we chose a language which everybody could understand. So it's mostly English then.
And it happened very subconsciously. There was
Yeah.
no effort. But we also enjoy when she tries to speak Hindi.
Yeah.
So we make sure that she also speaks Hindi.
So for me, somewhere Sindhi culture is dying. Like the generation what is coming, they really don't know how to speak Sindhi. But then when you come in a setting like this, you get to know the importance. Like you come with something of your own that you call your identity. So that's important, I guess.
I don't think that for you to understand my language. That's my understanding first of all. I don't think you should know Kashmiri, this thing. But if I want to speak to you first, I should know your language.
When you tell me something in English or Hindi or whatever, what I have to do is like, I translate that in my mind back to Malayalam. I think about it in Malayalam, then I translate back in English or Hindi, then I have to. When it comes to Malayalam, it doesn't happen like that. I can just automatically it goes and comes back. Yeah. So I can't express myself in English.
So when I speak in Malayalam, I can express completely. So that's the thing.
Full Malayalam, you'll swear, no? She'll start talking in English and then suddenly she'll switch to Malayalam. No one will understand what she's talking. She does that all the now also there. She told something I didn't understand.
While we three work together, the outcome comes way better working with others.
अगर वो लोग 10 दिन लगा दे तो हमारा 1 घंटे में हो जाता है वो। अच्छी वस्तु है।
Sometimes I feel powerful because like we three are speaking Gujarati and none of you are understanding, so it will be like कि किसी को पता ही नहीं चल रहा है तो कुछ भी बोलो, किसी को कुछ नहीं पता चलेगा. So that way we feel powerful. And the only time we got scared when we speak Gujarati was that whenever we were in the mess or anywhere else, like in the canteen, and if there was a beautiful girl passing by, sometimes they both will get scared. I will shout and say how beautiful she is, and they will be like, don't say loud. Who knows if she is Gujarati?
All of us are very different, our entire friend group, but yet everyone has some similarities and a lot of differences. So I think all of that combined has brought us all really close.
And yeah, it's nice to learn something new about all of them every day. So yeah, bad sense of humor, that's the thing that brings us together.
I feel language is overrated. I think it's way better. I think two people who don't speak the same language can connect way better than two people who speak the same language and they don't really have any, anything in common.
If a guy who is not from your language, try to comfort him, because I have felt that thing. But like, people doesn't talk to me because I don't know Hindi. Yeah, I don't know Hindi, but I talk in English. Whenever some a guy who comes to you who doesn't know the language, talk in English, because it feels awkward when you are like left alone.
So my only message is that be very proud of where you're from, and just never ever feel that just because you are from somewhere that is not very popular, or no, it's not very cool to be in pop culture, that should not discourage you from expressing your roots or your culture, because language is one of the most vocal touch points that we have.
Dog is kutte. And here it comes.
ദാമിനിയുടെ വീട് എവിടെയാ?
Weed.
अहो आदेश भाऊजी, तो भितडावरचा मारुतीचा फोटो तिकडा कुठं पाहता?
Scar. What is your native language? Just ignore.
Language is so fascinating. Like, I'm making voices and you can understand and I can understand. This fucks with my head, bro. I don't know how to explain the feeling. Just, I'm making noises and you can understand. That's all. It's so fascinating. Yeah, but language is fun.